Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Erin. I'm a clinical aromatherapist here at Erin's Herbs. On this channel, I do weekly uploaded videos teaching you how to create your very own skincare products from the comfort of your own home. So whether or not you have never made skincare products or you have some experience, I hope that you will find this channel very informative. So let's get started creating. On this week's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can make your very own perfume jelly. I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step process, as well as share my formula with you and go over any substitutions that you can make. So let me go ahead and get started. So to begin making this perfume, the first ingredient that I'm adding to my beaker is polysorbate 80. This is going to act as a solubilizer and emulsifier in this formula, and it's going to help the jelly to melt when you apply it to the skin. Next, I'm adding my essential oils, which will create the fragrance for this perfume, starting with benzoin. This is a fixative, it's natural, and it's going to be the base note. It has a very rich and sweet vanilla-like aroma. For the middle note today, I'm using lavender essential oil. This is an essential oil that's very commonly used in perfume making, and it has a very soft and sweet floral scent to it. For the top note, I'm using bergamot FCF essential oil. It has a very citrus scent to it, and it's not phototoxic. After adding the essential oils, I'm going to simply be stirring this really well just to ensure that the polysorbate 80 and the essential oils are well combined. And then once I'm done with the stirring, I'm just going to simply set this aside. In a separate beaker, I am adding some distilled water. This is going to give the formula some much needed hydration. To the distilled water, I'm now adding some glycerin. This is humectant, and it will lock in moisture. I'm now going to go ahead and put on this mask before adding this next ingredient, which is in a powder form. I just don't want to irritate my throat or my lungs. This next ingredient that I'm adding is what's known as Zepamax Zen. This is a cross polymer, and what a cross polymer will do is it will help to thicken and create a gel-like texture in whatever product you're trying to make. This is going to lock in moisture, so when you apply it to the skin, it's going to have a nice glide, but it's also going to be very hydrating for the skin. It will also help to keep everything together so you won't have separation of the oils or the water that's being used in this perfume. It's just a really great ingredient, and it's going to be what gives it the final gel-like appearance. Now that I have my desired amount weighed out of that Zepamax Zen with my popsicle stick, I'm going to go ahead and break down the larger clumps. And then once I'm done with that, I'm just going to cover my beaker and I'll be setting this aside. I want to allow the water and that Zepamax Zen to combine and swell and become a gel-like consistency. I'm now going to go ahead and take that same beaker that I had my essential oils and the polysorbate 80, and I am going to add some colored mica. This is almost like a bronze color. This is a completely optional step. I am doing this because it adds visual appeal for the camera, but so anyhow, I'm just going to go ahead and add just a little bit of this. And then once I add the mica, I'm going to stir it all together just to make sure that everything is nicely incorporated, and it's going to give me a beautiful kind of copper color. It has been about 45 minutes, and here is what the water and the Zepamax Zen have done. They have made a wonderful gel-like product. And so now I'm just going to go ahead and simply add the mica along with the polysorbate and the essential oils into that water mixture. Now, once I have done all of that, I'm going to go ahead and simply stir everything together. And then here is what I have at this point. It has that nice gel-like consistency and that beautiful bronze color. Because this formula contains water, it's always important to add a broad spectrum preservative, and that's going to keep your finished product from growing any mold, bacteria, or fungi in it. And so for the broad spectrum preservative today, I'm adding Liquid Germal Plus. After adding the preservative, I'm now going to go ahead and give this another quick stir just to make sure that all of the Liquid Germal Plus is evenly distributed throughout. All I have to do now is go ahead and put all of these wonderful ingredients into my jar here. Now, I purposely made a small amount just because this does last a long time. This particular formula makes 25 grams of product. You can absolutely double or triple this to meet your needs. I really enjoy and like the texture and how it feels on the skin when I apply it. Now, I will show you here in a minute how I like to use this. I do like the color as well. And again, adding the mica is completely optional. So once I have everything in my jar here, let me go ahead and show you what it looks like. This is the finished product. It turned out wonderful. So here's the formula that I used today to create this perfume jelly. It makes 25 grams of product. To use this, I like to just take a little bit of the perfume jelly, and you can see here it has a nice texture. It's spongy like jelly, and I just apply it to my inner wrist or any pulse points and then lightly rub it in. Now this will absorb quickly. It will leave the skin feeling nice and soft, and the scent lingers. So as far as substitutions go, here's what I have for you today. Instead of glycerin, use more distilled water. In place of the Zepamax Zen, use Artiso Flex AVZ. For the polysorbate 80, use Tigo Solve 61. And then any essential oils can be used here. And then Phenop is a good substitute for Liquid Germal Plus. So thanks for watching. And if you'd like to see more DIY formulas, don't forget to like and subscribe.